Hello, welcome. My name is Heather. I got teeth whitening strips on. I think they're starting to come off. Anyway, I've got teeth whitening strips on, so you're gonna hear me sound weird. Welcome to my channel, Hysterically Hetty. I'm either Heather or Hetty, whichever you want to call me. And this is my channel where I apparently struggle to keep wipes on or strips on. But I talk about my mental health, I talk about your mental health, but most of the time I just ramble about anything. So I don't remember if I told you last time that my dog has been sick or if I've ever talked about her being sick, but she has been sick. She has heart failure and kidney disease. I'm just gonna take this off. Heart failure and kidney disease, and unfortunately I had to put her asleep on Monday, so it's been a long week, a very miserable one without my precious little smoosh. So I decided to do a video, and I'm going to try to make it through without crying. I have these patches on to try to help with the bags and the irritation I have on my eyes from crying. But I wanted to talk about her and how she's helped me. And I'm going to do my makeup at the same time and hope for the best. I'm going to use this palette. I guess I could put the lid back on real quick. No. Another Question Beauty one, but this is the second one. I'm struggling to decide which colors I want to use because I want to do a pink look, and I thought this was pinker, you know, in my head when I was planning this. But this shimmer kind of goes like to a peach and a pink. And I think I'm going to use that, and maybe I'll do one of these over the top as a liner. I don't know. I haven't decided. I wanted to do a pink look, but now it's looking like it's going to be a little bit not as pink as I meant it to be. It'll be fine. Everything's fine. Because this looks more like a purple. I wonder if I can make this pink. I'm trying to compare this pink. Yeah, I think I'll just go ahead and use these ones, and it'll go with my earrings. These were made by my friend Sadie that I work with. She crochets anything under the sun that you could ever want, and she does a great job at it. So that's what I've got there. Okay, so first I'm gonna put on my primer. If I can get it open. This is the gel primer from Question Beauty. I don't remember if I remembered to use it last time or not. I tend to forget primers, but I did a whole skincare thing, and I'm going to try to remember to do my primers. I'm going to try to remember to do the under eye after I do my face. But I am going to put this primer on because I know I will forget to, whoops, I'm an idiot. I know I'll forget. And I actually kind of want to take these off. It's been maybe 10 minutes. I don't know how long they're supposed to be on there for. But, I don't know. Just ignore me. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. So let me tell you about my dog. So I was dating this, and don't mind the fact that my bra is brown. I forgot to change my bra. So my bra is brown. It's fine. Who gives a fuck? And if you do, then sorry about it, I guess. Because my bra is brown. And if you didn't notice, now you will. And you'll see that it's brown. The bra I got is from Chic Beauty. Took them for fucking ever to get it in. They're comfortable. The straps don't stay up on this one. It's brown balconette underwire, where a lot of their stuff doesn't have underwire, and the ones without the underwire are pretty fucking comfortable. I forgot to move my light over, so the lighting is whatever it is. I'm gonna take these off now. I'm just so when I get into it, I can just really keep moving. All right. So anyway, I got my dog in December of 2009. She was like 10 weeks old, I think. Her birthday is October 3rd, 2009. And I got her from a breeder, so hate me. I understand the importance of adopting, but I'm also kind of allergic to a lot of dogs, and at the time I didn't want to put a lot of effort into figuring out what I was allergic to or what I wasn't. I knew I wasn't allergic to her because I worked at Music Theater Wichita for a summer and was in the wardrobe department, and there was a very lovely woman who had this precious dog who had diabetes, and so she brought her dog with her on tour, and the dog, like, I babysat the dog when I wasn't needed to do wardrobe changes. So, I just fell in love with this dog and was like, I have to have one. And at the time, my childhood dog was sickly, and we were contemplating if we needed to put her to sleep. And I was just really upset. I was dating this guy at the time, and he said he would buy me a dog. So, we went up to the breeder that she got her dog from in Wisconsin and got her. The moment I held her, I was just feeling a little nervous because here's this little thing and it's more responsibility, and I wasn't getting paid a lot, and I was going to college, and I was starting to second guess, like, is this what I want to do? Do I really want to get a dog? I already have a cat. Like, is this, I mean, it's too late now. We've already paid for it. But like, I'm having second thoughts. But then I looked at her and I was like, oh, but she's so cute. And the moment that I said, oh, but she's so cute, in my head, she started wagging her tail and got really excited about me. And from that moment on, she was basically obsessed with me. The only thing in this world that loved me, like, you know, like the sun rose and set with my existence. This is called Smoked Marigold, by the way, the color I'm using. And then I'm going to be using Petal Prophecy in this center after I put Cinnamon Veil on. But yeah, so she obsessed with me. Wanted to go everywhere that I went, and I took her all kinds of places. I took her to class with me. I took her to my mom's house every time I went. Like, she just, you know, she went to family gatherings. I took her to work with me, where I work now when she was younger, and just one of the best things in the whole wide world. I don't know, I loved her so much. When I first got her, I actually, like, would do her hair. I'd brush her out and put her hair up in little, like a little bow, and I'd brush her teeth, and I used these little wipes to make sure that her eyes were clean from the tear stains, because she's a light colored dog, and all these stupid things that when my boyfriend at the time, when him and I broke up, which was like 6 months later after we got her, something like that, because I got her in December, and then him and I broke up in July or August of the next year. I can't remember. But we broke up, and I had sole custody because he couldn't be bothered. He didn't give a shit. I mean, it's so dumb. It's a dog. But, like, we joked around that he was the mommy and I was the daddy, or flip that around. I was the mom and he was the dad, and that this was one of our children. Like, we had 2 kids, a cat and a dog. And I gotta tell you, when she turned 1 and he didn't even bother to text to say happy birthday to her, I was absolutely astounded. which is so stupid now. Like, I didn't handle our breakup very well, even though it needed to happen and it was mutual at the time. The moment I realized that I was going to be single, I was like, I don't even know how to do that. We were together for so long. That's really pretty. But we were together for so long, like 3 years. At the time, felt like forever to me. And so, sorry, my brain keeps thinking about all the steps I'm trying to make and make sure I use all the products that I need to, because I forget things. I'm using About Face, the label scratched off, but Skin Focus Foundation, and I just got their concealer, Skin Focus Concealer, The Illusionist. So this is in F2 Cool, and whenever I do the concealer, I'll tell you what that is. But basically, I didn't handle it well. I went through a big depression, and I stopped doing all those things to her, and she grew to where she would not tolerate being brushed or washed or anything. And so I started taking her to the groomers, and so we went to it's on Central, Royal Airs Pet Spas, where I always took her. I need to let them know that she's dead, I think. I don't know if they care or if they need that for their records, but yeah. So anyway, I would take her to get groomed, and that was kind of it. And then I didn't really brush her teeth as much, so I've had her teeth cleaned, I think, 3 times, and they've each time had to pull teeth from her. So basically what I'm getting at is I was not the best mom, but I'll tell you what, that dog would follow me anywhere in the house I went. She was always under my feet. And then when I took her to my mom's house, she would wait, look around for me. If I left the room, she would wait by the stairs. If I went downstairs, I know, Briar. And if I left without her, she was upset. And I started dating Stevie, and she became Winda's second mama. And her and I would always joke around about that, saying, like, second mama, like, she had a dog. Well, she still has a dog, I think. I don't know what her life holds. While we were dating, she had a dog, and that dog name was Sadie. And Winda tolerated Sadie, but I don't think I ever really grew overly fond of her. It was just like, this is part of my life. I have a sister now that is a canine, and she was used to having feline sisters. Sorry, I had a scab for some reason, and I picked it, and now it's a sore, and I just don't like the look of it. Anyway, I'm taking forever I'm trying to hit the highlights, but I don't even know if I'm skipping important parts. I know that I didn't really discipline her. Oh, and this lip color is really cool. It's called Frog Prints by Lipstick Queen. This is very old. I don't use it as much as I should, but it adapts to your pH and gives you a pink color. It comes green, but it's like a glossy pink. And so there's that. Well, I don't know if it actually adapts to your pH or if this is just the color that it turns when it turns from the green when you put it on. Anyway, I don't know why I put that on other than I did. I don't know. But if I left her at Stevie's house to go anywhere, she would wait by the door for me for a very long time, apparently. And she'd get so excited when I came home. And sometime last year, I took her in for her normal doggy review, and the vet was like, oh, she has a heart murmur. And I didn't really know what that was, but she didn't really stress it that this was a big deal. And I knew it was, to a certain extent, I knew it was a big deal, I guess I should say. But I didn't realize that it was something that was eventually going to be serious. Like, she's going to die from this. And then she had an episode where she's freaking me the fuck out. So I took her to the emergency vet. They kept her for a day or two. I can't remember how many days they kept her there, but they kept her overnight in an oxygen tank to help her oxygenate her blood. And they told me that she had heart failure on her left side. And they showed me the x-ray, and it was a pretty big, decent size of that side. And that fluid was building up in her. So we put her on LASIK, and then I think it's called Vetmedin, but it's some kind of a heart medicine for dogs. And so I was giving her 3/4 of a pill. So I broke the Vetmedin up into fourths and gave her 3/4 of that. And then she got a whole LASIK twice a day for both of those. And then we kind of weaned her down off of the LASIK. We got, like, lessened it, and then she had another episode. And this one was right before her birthday, which, again, her birthday is October 3rd. So she, and they told me, you should maybe consider putting her to sleep. But I was like, no, check her oxygen levels. And they said, wow, her oxygen's gotten really better. You know, we'll try it out, keep her for a few days. So they kept her, I think, for 2 days that time. And she ended up getting better, and we didn't have an incident since. But a couple of days ago, they sent me a third medicine to give her, and so then I was giving her 3/4 of one pill, or one half of another pill, and then the LASIK. And that was all of those twice a day. And then I gave her this powder that was supposed to bond the phosphate, and that would go on her food. And so basically my life consisted of going to work, coming home, drugging my dog, giving my cat her thyroid medicine, feeding them, hanging out, going to bed, wake up, drug the cat, drug the dog. Anyway, wash, rinse, repeat. And then on Friday of last week, she seemed to be starting to feel kind of crappy. And so I told my mom, I was like, when you come over, oh, what do you want? She's been doing that. I think it might be grief. I don't know if she realizes that Winda's gone, but, or what she's really wanting out of that sound, but she's been doing it. Anyway, I had my mom on Saturday come look at her, and she was like, And so we gave her some chicken nuggets to eat, and she ate most of that. But that's all she ate, and she hadn't been eating the day before. And she didn't eat all of her nuggies. And then the next day, she wouldn't eat the nuggies, wouldn't eat anything, and I had to go to work. So I went to work, and when I came home, she was not right, like, at all. Very limp, lethargic, and didn't come to see me. She just stayed in her bed, and I had to go and get her out of her bed to get her to come and see me. And she couldn't really stand. And so I didn't know what to do. So I kind of just stayed up with her, and then I think I took like a 2-minute or a 2-hour nap with her, where I held her in one of my, I also gave her a bath because she peed all over herself. So I gave her a bath, and then I held her, after I got her dry, I held her in one of my shirts because I wanted her to smell me and like know that I'm there in case, I wasn't sure if she was, I don't know if these go together. Anyway, I don't, but sorry, my brain is like, the blush, and then I can't focus again. But I held her for a couple hours while I took a nap, and then I woke up and waited until like 5:30, maybe a little after 5:30, and called my parents and talked to my mom, and they came and got me. And we went to my vet, our vet, and because we go to the same place, and had them look at her. What are you doing, Briar? But they had them look at her. If you held her like this, her little head was just like, is awful. And they basically said that they thought it was either her heart or her kidneys were giving out, and they could do all the tests in the world, but even if they found out what was wrong with her, they weren't going to be able to fix her because she is so old and in such bad shape. So I decided that it was time to let her go. And I held her, and she looked up at me with these like she has really dark brown eyes. And she looked up to me like she trusted everything about me. And I was the last thing she saw before we put her to sleep. And I miss her a lot. So anyway, I'm not doing okay. I'm trying, but she was she really was the best dog. I know everybody says they have the best dog and they're right, but like she was absolutely the sweetest thing. She loved me unconditionally. I don't know what I'm going to do without her. Because I love my cats, don't get me wrong at all. But it's not the same. They don't love me the same. Like, they get excited that I'm home because I can feed them, but they don't get excited to see me like, mom's home. And I know that, like, getting a cat, that's what it's like. But I like both. Like, I love having a cat. I could never not have a cat. I have a cat tattoo. Like, I get it. Cats are amazing. It's just I liked having both of them. So I got the sassy cat. And then I also got a dog that's obsessed with me. Follow me to the bathroom. You know? I want her back. I can't get her back. And I don't want her back the way she was because she was obviously very sickly. And I would never want to bring her back to being miserable. And I think that I did the right thing. I don't think I kept her alive too long. I did say that if she had another episode where maybe she wasn't breathing well or whatever, that the option was to put her in the overnight, that I was going to put her to sleep because, number one, I can't afford it. I think I've spent almost $6,000 on her at the emergency vet. Sorry. When I washed my hair, I got soap in it, and I'm having issues with it. Or when I washed my face, I got soap in my hair. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know if that's what I said or not, but, ooh, that's messy. All right. I don't know why I took that down yet. I'm not ready. We'll just do this. Ha ha ha. And then this curl, I think, is doing me issues. I'll fix my bangs in a minute. But yeah, I don't think my littlest cat knows anything's different. I don't think, or if she does, I don't think she cares. I think Briar might know that Winda's gone. I don't know. I'm struggling to find words and not cry. But I thought it was important to maybe tell a little bit about her. You know, she was such a good dog. I'm using the mixing medium from Question Beauty, and I'm gonna put Seedling Spell, this like chartreusey color. I'm going to try to make an eyeliner out of it. So we'll see what happens. We'll see. Will it work? I don't know. It was just an idea I had, and I think I saw somebody else do a line with one of these colors, and I thought, oh, how cute. But I don't think it's showing up very well against the pink. Which is okay. I'm not, like, gonna throw a big old fit about it. Yeah, it doesn't really show up against the pink the way I thought I did it. Sorry. Wonder I could maybe use it for an inner corner highlight. I haven't done the downstairs, the lower lash yet. Haven't done the downstairs. I think I need more color. Maybe. Maybe that's what the problem is. Not enough color. My friend Alexander and I are going to go get some ramen today. And I didn't really have to do a video, and I didn't really have to make, like, myself gussied up for it, obviously. But I just kind of, like I said, I wanted to talk about my dog. Because she is literally an angel. And I don't know why. I'm handling this a lot better than I did my breakup. Even though this hurts more. But I'm handling it better. Which pleases me to a certain extent. I don't like being a crybaby. Not that crying because you broke up with somebody is bad. It made me feel weak to be pining over somebody who threw me away so easily. And I'm sure she would say otherwise. But I had a moral dilemma if I should tell her about Winda, because Winda, she was her second mama. But she hasn't checked up on her. She doesn't care. And I never even told her that she was sickly. Because fuck her, that's why. I think this is looking really cute for what it is. I'm going to put on some mascara. Aside from Winda passing, my life has been kind of boring. I'm still trying these stupid dating apps. And there was this one dude on Tinder. I don't know, I couldn't quite decide if I was attracted to him or not. He looked like he was like maybe some sort of a bodybuilder. 6'4", had black, well, maybe not black, but a very dark brown, if not black, beard. Looked kind of like a Viking to me. Like if he had more hair on top and braided his beard, I would say, oh my god, a Viking. But his beard seemed to be very well manicured, and I was just intrigued. His name was August, and I just kind of wanted to see him in person, you know, like, even if the date was terrible and he was a douchebag, I was just like, I really want to see him in person to see what he sounded like, what he moved like. And I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, he also had that look like he could pick me up and throw me. And I'm chunky. So That kind of appeals to me. I'm reading a lot of stupid books lately, like romancy, slutty books. And so my brain is like, I would like some romancy sluttiness going on in my life, but I haven't met anybody. The only people that match with me or swipe right on me, I'm not attracted to any of them. And then people are like, well, you should give them a chance because maybe once you meet them, you'll find them attractive. And I'm like, but if I find them attractive now, like, and I go on a date with them, how do I say, I didn't find you attractive before and I don't now, so bye? I don't know. Plus, you've got to find some kind of, like, promise that oh, damn. Why is it always this eye, too? I need to move slower when I go towards my eye. I was gonna use my green mascara, but I don't think I will. I think I'm gonna leave it like this. I'm gonna put another coat. Oh, shit. Another coat of black on though once it dries. But there's got to be some kind of a promise, you know, of the possibility. And I haven't found it. And then the ones that I've matched with, like I matched with this dude who lived in Boston. And I don't know how he presented to me in Tinder. But I was like, okay. Sorry, I'm trying to get these bangs to not be in my eyes, but not be stupid. I guess they're gonna just be in my eyes and stupid. Or should I do... It's doing... I don't know. Maybe I'll just leave it like this. Because it feels like that's where it wants to be. It is parted on the side. Sorry, this is a longer episode. But I wanted to talk about my dog, and I did. Do I want to add flowers? I think I might add a couple of flowers. A couple of fleurs. I think I'll go with... They're made out of paper, which just stresses me out. Like, how do I'm not going to do it. One of these days I'm going to experiment with the flowers, but they're made out of paper and it stresses me out. And what if I pull them over this way? I can meet in the... I kind of like that better. I don't know. Anyway, God, this bra. Don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm going to be wearing like a sweater anyway, so the brown isn't going to show up, hopefully. But you just never know. Excuse me. I don't think I need the liner. I think having it like this is pretty. I don't know. I'm rambling now. Well, yeah, so that's the Reader's Digest version of how my dog and I came to be best friends. And now she's no longer with me. I am not a Christian. Not opposed to Christianity. I'm not like one of those people that's like, I know better. But I'm just, it hasn't touched my heart. Nothing really has. So I don't know that I think I'll see her again. But I hope that if there is an afterlife and I don't go straight to hell, that I will get to see her. And my childhood's I only had one of those, thank God. My childhood dog, though, her name was Alex, or Alexandria, And I named Winda Alexandria. And Briar is Briar Rose Miller. And then Jedi is Jedi Ann Miller. And that's how it goes. That's where I'm at. This is my look. I'm gonna leave the bangs like that. So you can kind of see the line of the green, but not like right here especially, you can see it, but not really anywhere else. But I'm kind of okay with that. Like, I think it turned out pretty good, all things considered, that it wasn't what I thought I was doing until I sat down and then was like, oh yeah, I didn't actually check to see if this was the pink that I wanted. I just was like, this is what I'm doing. Anyway, I hope you're doing okay. I'm honestly not, but I'm working on it. I don't know when I'll feel cheerful again, but she deserves me to be sad, which sounds so fucked up. But you know what I mean? Like, she deserves the fact that I loved her so much. She deserves it. So anyway, this is me. I'll talk to you later. I hope you have a wonderful everything. Bye.